Hi, my name is Sirte Pihlaja. I come from Shirute. We are a customer experience agency from Finland. Finland has been voted 3 times in a row as the happiest country on earth. We want to bring some of that happiness to other parts of the world, and our purpose in business is to make people happy.
Last year, I co-authored a book called Customer Experience 2, and actually Customer Experience 3. Both of those books became global bestsellers. And I wrote in those books because I wanted to help fellow customer experience practitioners and professionals by telling them about LEGO Serious Play. My chapter in this book is called Get Ready, Get Serious, Play. And in it, I'm telling about the role of play and creativity in today's world of business.
But let me start with a story. This story starts in 1965 with George Land, a pioneer in the research of creative performance, who was invited by NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration in the US, to come up with a test that would distinguish amongst the candidates of NASA the recruits who were creatively very talented. And he did indeed come up with this test, and it distinguishes the topmost 2% of creative talent. George Land wanted to take his test on a spin, and he invited 1,600 small kids aged between the ages of 4 to 6 to take the same test. And to his great astonishment was that 98% of those kids got on the creative genius level. And he was very, very amazed about these results and decided to pursue his research. So 5 years later, he asked these same kids to come back and take the same test. And funnily enough, only less than a third of these kids were able to score on the same level. And you can probably guess what happened 5 years later when these kids turned 15 years old and took the same test again. Only 12% of them were deemed even measurably creative. And this same test has been validated by over 1 million adults taking the test. And consistently, it distinguishes the topmost percent on the genius level in creativity. So George Land, with his fellow researchers, he came to the conclusion what was happening really there was that kids, when they go through the school system, they are drained out of their creativity. And I do believe that he got it right there with his results, because I don't think that people are either born creative or non-creative. I think we are all born creative, but we just need to surface that little 5-year-old from within us to become creative again together. Play is the most fundamental learning mechanism, and it is said that small children learn all their cognitive skills through play, about themselves, about their friends, about their relationships, about communication. It is also said that when you're learning through play, you actually learn much quicker and much better, because when learning through play, it happens spontaneously. And you're also much more likely to utilize those newly acquired skills. Societies are facing totally new challenges today, and we need to come up with new innovative solutions for these challenges. Us as CX professionals especially need to be thinking about our customers and our employees, because they have new wants and needs. And we need to have good methods to find what these are, so that we can make better customer experiences and employee experiences. Indeed, many management thinkers are saying now that companies should be more innovative, they should be more creative, they should embrace the unknown to be able to compete and to not be left behind in the competition. Play can also bring about a new wave of valuing other people and relationships, and us supporting each other in a totally new way in business. It also helps lower the levels of stress, and which leads to healthier personnel and more engaged employees. All signs of a forward-looking company. And this leads in turn to growth, profits, and success in a sustainable way. I believe that people need to be happy to be able to deliver happiness to others. If you think about it yourself, if you're happy, you're not stressed out, you're much more likely to take a look around you and think about what others might be thinking and feeling. I also think that companies should be putting their employees first and their customers only second. Because when employees are happy, they are much more likely to service their customers better. And after all, it is the employees who either make or break the customer experiences. We are very much promoting an experimentation culture. I think it's vital for organizations to give their employees the possibility to experiment and the license to fail.
We want to facilitate change through play and a culture of experimentation. Play has an essential role in business as it puts you in the right mindsets and allows you space to think differently, to be just that, creative. The need to introduce more creativity in an organization is vital to its well-being. What if your company isn't the kind of company that could afford to invest in renovating the business premises by installing slides and whatnot to build a so-called creative environment in the footsteps of the giants, the Googles and the likes? What if you instead prefer to play it seriously? Play is not just about external facilities, but it can actually and should be to a high degree about the ways you're working. So the only thing and the only investment that you will necessarily need to make might very well be between your own ears. So how do you ingrain play into your working habits? I think Lego Serious Play is a really good tool in this. To me, the most important thing about play is that it helps connect people with others, with the people who are around us. And at work, this means that even the most introverted within us or among us will find it easier to approach other people through shared play. They may also find commonalities with their peers by revealing a little bit more about themselves. It has been said that you can learn more about a person in an hour of play than a year of conversation. Common goals and objectives set by the rules of organized play help teams become more aligned and more united. With an increased sense of belonging, the team grows stronger and closer together, and conflicts get resolved more swiftly. Instead of a depressed and stressed workforce, which is a prime reason for lost productivity at the moment, organizations can enjoy workers who find their flow effortlessly. In a company culture that advocates for play, people feel refreshed and energized, and learning, creativity get a boost.
We have been conducting a study in the state of customer experience management in Finland for almost a decade now. Last year, we took this study on the international level. Out of the respondents, about 99% say that they want to differentiate themselves through customer experiences. If you think about similar companies who have more or less the same products, more or less the same services, they are also likely to have the same competencies and the same skill set within the business. So if you want to really differentiate yourself from your competition, what you need to do is start thinking really out of the box. And you will need special tools to be able to do that. So that's when Lego Serious Play and other creative methodologies come into the picture.
So I think that the problem and issue at hand here is that we unlearn creativity. We say that I wasn't born creative, or I'm not a creative person. I keep hearing that a lot, and I believe many of you have heard that more than once. So I think that the problem really is that we need to go within ourselves and find that 5-year-old within us to become creative again. And there's no better time to do that than just right now, because we all need to be part of rebuilding the world into a new, better place where we all prosper and where the creativity flourishes in businesses and organizations alike.
If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me on LinkedIn or go to our website on www.shirute.fi/en, or especially for LSP related on www.cxplay.fi. Thank you very much.